What up, bums? Welcome to the Starting Five podcast presented by Bums Gaming Network with Joker, Q, Murder, Whispers, and me, Figure. Five guys bringing you the hottest topics in sports, pop culture, and of course, Bums Gaming video game leagues on PS4, streamed live daily on www.twitch.tv/bumsgaming. Now, if you listen to our last podcast, you notice we changed the name from Game 5 to Starting 5. And just to keep it simple, what that allows us to do is bring a sixth man on. And this episode's sixth man is Chiz174, a member of BGN Gaming Leagues, but most importantly, an Eagles fan. I know, not the best. So here's an interview between Joker and I did with Chiz, a fan of the Super Bowl champs. Enjoy. And we're here with Chiz, an Eagles fan.
Fresh off an Eagles championship.
Fresh off Eagles championship.
You're a little more excited than you should be, Joker. I was trying to bring the depression a little bit now that I've thought about it. But in all seriousness, I was kind of being serious. But in all seriousness, Chiz, how do you feel about your team getting their first Super Bowl and, all that happened that day?
Man, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, I've been an Eagles fan since the early 80s. And the trials and tribulation, conference championships, we get there and we lose it. Lost a lot of money. A lot of money.
Wait, so can I stop you for a second? It's not my best memories, but, I have Eagle friends. So, who is it? Jerome Brown? Who's the Eagle that...
The Eagle that what?
The defensive lineman that passed. When Reggie White was playing and all that. You're an Eagles fan them days, too?
That was a little bit before me, Jerome Brown.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember Jerome Brown, but I definitely do remember Reggie White, Seth Joyner, Clyde Simmons, players like that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say y'all had a lot of things go on in your franchise, basically. So I just wanted to bring that up as well. I'm sure because my boy was saying it would have been his 52nd birthday that day. So the irony.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up, even though I hate the Eagles. You guys have been through a lot.
Chiz, where'd you watch the game?
I stayed home to watch the game.
By yourself?
No, with my family.
Are they all Eagles fans too?
By choice, yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Smart man. That's exactly. I would not be risking that. So, Chiz, take us through the game. You're sitting there, the first quarter, well, the first half, really. Not break it down so much, but it's the first half. Your team is playing well. And we all know about the famous play that's now infamously known as the Philly Special. So you're sitting there, like I said already, your team is down. Your coach is calling this play. And he's called risky plays all year, as they said. Doug Peterson is a go-getter, sort of like Ron Rivera for the Panthers. So what were you thinking when he calls that play or when the team lines up? Do you think they're going to run a play? And what do you think?
Well, my first instinct is, listen, let's take these 3 points. That's what I was doing. That's how I was playing it. Let's take these 3 points and let's go into halftime and just chill out and relax. But that play, when they lined up, I'm like, okay, they're just going to run down the clock. They snapped the ball, and I just seen greatness just happen. Like, oh my God! It was so perfect because we gave them a taste of their own medicine. The same exact play they tried to run on us, we ran it on them to perfection and scored a touchdown.
You think
the Tom Brady? You talking about Tom Brady's hands?
Yeah, shot? Was that play a shot at the Patriots and Brady and Belichick?
I'm starting to think it was, due to the fact when we go all the way back to the Spygate. So, I'm pretty sure that Belichick knew he had some kind of play like that. They just pulled theirs first, and it didn't work.
It didn't work. I saw on ESPN they were showing, like Doug said, I forgot, the Vikings. They wanted to use it on the Vikings because they seen somebody use it on the Vikings, but they thought, the Bears. But they thought the Vikings would be ready, so they saved it again. And they was like, did you try to rub it face with Tom Brady dropping the pass? He's like, no. So I believe I totally agree with you on that. So that gave the team the lead, right? Because I'm a little foggy on it now. I'm trying to rewind as we're here. I got it DVR'd, but that gave your team the lead going into halftime.
Correct.
So
correct.
22, I believe
22-12.
22-12, okay. 10-point lead. Tom Brady comes down, makes it 22-19. And then Clement makes that touchdown catch.
Suspect.
Go to the review. What are you thinking now?
That when we went to the review, at first I was a little sketchy on it because when they break it down in slow motion, the ball does bobble. The ball does bobble, but it was bobbling with total control. It wasn't like a bobble where he didn't have control of the ball. You understand what I'm saying? And when he first caught the ball, he pins it to his body. So the ball was pinned when he took his 2 steps. As he was going to put the ball away to complete the catch, that's when everybody was saying, oh no, he didn't catch it, it's incomplete. Great catch, Clement. Great catch.
Well, let me say I totally agree with you. I think he was just switching hands, going to the ground, if anything.
Like my boy Dez, man. Like my boy Dez Bryant, man. They robbed us.
Against the Packers? I hope that's not what you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, please. Let's not get into that semantics right now. As we're doing here on the Starting Five, we got our 6-man shiz today. We mentioned that before. But Gronk is starting to heat up now in that game. Even though Clement made that catch, extended back your lead. Were you thinking that touchdown is just keeping you in the game? Or are you thinking, okay, this is a touchdown to solidify the game again now? Because, Tom Brady and Gronk started heating up, obviously. It was 22-12 at halftime, 22-19 there, and then, of course, you get the touchdown. But it's early. What do you, what's going on?
Are you starting to feel like the Falcons?
Exactly.
No, actually, I never felt like the Falcons, but I never count Tom Brady out after what he did to the Falcons last year. So every point counts, and I was just like, we just got to get ready. We got to get ready because Tom is coming. Another thing that I was leaning on was I was hoping that the refs didn't decide this game. Let these players play the game and decide this game. We don't need no refs. We don't need an extra Patriot fan on the field.
That sounds like straight from the book of Cupid over there, talking about the you gotta beat the Patriots 2 times on the field and then with the refs.
Right, yeah. You do.
And so now we come down to late in the game again, another questionable touchdown. Questionable to some. I thought it was pretty straightforward, but the announcement. Chris Collinsworth, he's all confused. What were you thinking on that one?
First of all, Chris Collinsworth is the most hated man in Philadelphia right now. He cannot come to Philly.
I can't blame you. What was he thinking?
Do not come and do a Philly game this year. Please don't. But with that was like you said, it was straightforward. It was possession. He held the ball out. He caught the ball with his hands. He took 3 steps and then dove. So I was not understanding what was the review for.
Yeah.
Well, they have to review every play, but the way Chris Collinsworth is making it sound like...
And he even said, he was like, I can't wait to hear them when they reverse this call. What?
Yes, he was. Chris Collinsworth was blatantly going for the Patriots.
Hating.
Man. It was so biased. I'm like, at least try to hide it a little bit. It was like, no, listen, I'm going for the Patriots. The Patriots are going to win this game, and Philly doesn't have a chance. So with Chris Collinsworth, that's why he sucked when he played football Anyway,
You talking about
did he ever
former
win a
Super
ring?
Bowl player? Well, he lost to the Niners in the Super Bowl
Yeah, good for him.
with
Good for him.
with Boomer.
Yeah, you definitely a Philly fan with that.
Good for him. Oh, speaking of Philly fans, so all right, you had the Tom Brady fumble. I don't want to zoom ahead, but speaking of Philly fans, you had the Tom Brady fumble, and we'll get back to that. But amidst all the celebration of winning, Philly fan eats horse poop. What's up with you, Philly fan?
that is what we call the W Philly fans. The W Philly fans, they do crazy things like that. They punch horses in the face. They dip hot dogs in vomit and eat it. They are out of control. No, listen. They tore up the city. Burnt cars, flipped cars over, pulled down light poles.
I gotta say as well. I was listening to the Michael K show, and they said they had a guy who was a Philly fan, so he was over there, telling him how it was. So he went to the parade. He's telling him how it was. So he was drunk. I don't know if he knows, but he was surely drinking. But he's like, being that I'm here now, I can't say I would do it, but I can understand it. Hear the Eagle chants going on in the background.
No,
Hey, Joker.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Nothing about that. Nothing about that. Nothing.
All right, so wait, back down to. So wait, going back now to the action. Zach Ertz scores. I believe this is how it goes, and now Tom Brady has a chance to seal you guys off. For whatever reason, a Tom Brady guy because he's a Michigan guy and I'm a Michigan University athlete fan.
Wolverine suck that.
There you go, hater. So I'm like, oh wait, first of all, the Wolverine helped you with that because he got the forced fumble, but let's not talk.
I know Brady Grant
from Michigan. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now, Tom Brady fumbles. What did you think before when he's running out on the field? What's going through your mind? Are we gonna? Because I thought he was gonna turn it over. Is what I was gonna say. Sorry, cut myself off, but I thought he was gonna turn it over just because of the nature of the beast. This one, I just thought he wasn't gonna get. What are you thinking? He runs on the field.
Well, he runs on the field. He trots on the field. Does his classic Tom Brady trot. I'm looking at the time, and I'm saying in my head, Zach Ertz was a great catch, great dive, way to score. Well, we should have burnt more clock. I think he should have went down when he made the reception instead of going in the end zone so early with Tom Brady, one of the best comeback quarterbacks ever. But I was a little nervous, but the Eagles defense didn't get to him all game.
Yeah.
So it was about time that wear and tear. We had to get something. Brandon Graham stepped up. New contract on the way.
Joker, anything you got to say about that play or any other plays that you want to ask Chiz?
I mean, when Tom Brady threw up that last pass, that little Hail Mary, what was running through your thoughts? Was it like slow motion, like in the movies?
What was running through my thoughts? My thoughts was, knock it down. Knock it. Do not try to catch it. Don't try to be a hero. Knock it down.
What made it worse though too is that it got batted, but then it bounced back up off someone, and they had like a second chance at it.
Yeah. Actually, Robinson had it in his arm, and that's when it fell off his arm, and Amendola dived late. If Amendola dives, 20 seconds earlier, that's a TD.
That's what. Yeah. When they came off that bounce, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, my heart definitely skipped a beat when that happened. Yes.
Moving forward, are you guys built for the long run, a dynasty, a couple championship, visits, or is it this? Do you see this going forever, or for the next few years? I mean.
Well, Well, at the rate my coach is coaching, and how he's keeping the players happy, and we have the same. We're gonna have the same starting unit for all of next year, besides our quarterback Carson Wentz.
So Nick Foles
So
stays or he leaves?
I really think Nick Foles stays this year. He stays one more year, rides out his contract because he's a man of his word, and he already said this coming into the game. I forgot who was interviewing him, and they asked him, if you win the Super Bowl, is it a quarterback controversy? He said, no, there's no quarterback controversy. This is Carson Wentz's team. So I respect him on that. You know, it's in Foles we trust, baby. I told Figure that before the Atlanta game, and in Foles we trust, man.
What's the price? What would it take for them to trade Nick Foles?
Oh, we need one of those top draft picks.
Like a first round pick?
First round pick. So Cleveland, come knocking. You got two in the top five.
Wait, you're not getting that, Mr. Delusional Eagles fan. Blah, blah, blah. Anything else y'all want to talk about, or in terms of football? Because I'll talk about your Spurs for a second as well.
In terms of football, you know, Joker, just be ready. We got 2 games. We got 2 games against you guys, and you guys look horrible against our second unit. The last game of the season, only putting up 6 points. Only putting up 6 points.
Listen,
but
the virtual and the real life Cowboys are going to be back next year to hopefully. Well, the virtual Cowboys are definitely they there. You already saw what that was like this year in Madden. The real life Cowboys, just Zeke. Hopefully, he's not going to get into any trouble, and he'll be able to play every game. Hopefully, Dak remembers how to throw the ball again. And the real life Cowboys will play like the virtual Cowboys and spank on the Eagles again.
I'm about to say, screw both of you guys because you're just dismissing the Giants. We were 1 year out of the playoffs just because we had a disaster.
The Giants still have a football team?
People on my team.
Yeah, I didn't know the Giants still had a football team.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you win 1 Super Bowl. No,
feeling sweet.
Good time. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about? Promote yourself here, Chiz174. That's your PS4 handle. Or anything about your Eagles before we sign off? Or Joker, if there's something you would like to find out from this Eagles Joker fan?
I'm good talking to this bum.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joker. It's always love.
Yeah.
All right, well, we out here with our 6-man, Chiz174. Thanks for the interview. Congratulations to the Eagles once again. Spurs, I hope to see y'all take it to the next level, of course. Competition is everything.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, Chiz.
All right.
Later.
All right, guys. We just heard from Chiz174. He's an Eagles fan once again. And you hear his elation. He's predicting dynasty-type levels of dominance out of the Eagles. I'll get you guys' take on that or your reaction to what he had to say. But my question for you guys, as you've heard from an Eagles fan, after watching the Super Bowl, is Doug Peterson the best coach in the NFL? And I'll start with you, Q.
Man, Doug Peterson the best head coach in the NFL right now because he is definitely the hottest. I don't know about. I still just don't think he's a better coach than Belichick. I don't think he's better than Andy Reid.
Andy Reid?
Yeah, I like Andy Reid, honestly.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like if you would have gave us Andy Reid those 2 years we had McAdookie, that he would have been pretty good. But anyway,
Who's the we? Who's the we you talking
oh,
about?
I'm sorry, I'm New York Giant, Big Blue Nation.
I mean, I'll agree
But
with
yeah,
you. I'll agree with you.
I don't
Definitely
think I don't think he's the
Okay.
best.
Okay.
You can't be the best and
in one
just
year.
because you beat
Yeah, yeah.
right, like you can't do that. You
Yeah, I agree.
can't.
I agree. He's definitely the hottest. You can't deny his play calling in the Super Bowl. Like, you play
And
the
he's
game to win, and he played the game to win, man. Like, I mean, eating crow today or after the Super Bowl because I said that Nick Foles wouldn't deliver, but whew, he delivered. He delivered. Him,
Some,
Peterson, the
some
whole team effort from the Eagles. Can't deny it.
murder. What do you have to say about that? Do you have Doug Peterson as the best coach in the NFL after the Super Bowl?
Bleep the Eagles. I don't care. I don't like anything about them. They are despicable people and they all need tetanus shots.
Okay. So for you, for
The
you.
fans, the players. I think. Did you talk about how
Wait. 1 second.
I'm finished. Let
Did,
me finish the point about Doug Peterson real quick. Did you
are you
talk
going to talk
about
about that? Go ahead.
how? Well, I'm not actually.
I
But
know you're
Doug,
not. So hold on.
hey,
Did Doug
before
Peterson
is
outcoach Bill
on top of my
Belichick
head
in
though.
the Super Bowl?
It's
Did you
on
have
top.
Bill? Huh?
It's on top of my head. I'm gonna forget this point. That guy. What's the right tackle?
I don't
Johnson.
want your point. That's the point. We trying to stay online so we can get offline.
All right. So what's the question now about? Is it about the court? What are we talking about? The quarterback?
No, I asked you. After watching the Super Bowl, is Doug Peterson the best coach in the NFL? So you say you don't care about the Eagles?
Birds.
Okay, so did he outcoach Bill Belichick?
Bleep Doug Peterson.
Okay, whispers.
He's not the best, but what he did show is that he's got some big grapefruits and he trusts his players. He was an aggressive play caller, and even on that fourth down play to Foles, Foles came to the sideline and called for that play, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So yes, he trusts his players and he's ballsy. Can't deny that.
Okay. Transitioning. Murder. Do you remember your point? Do you still want to make that point about a left tackle?
Lane Johnson. He's probably talking about how Lane Johnson said that the Patriots are a team built on fear, a system of fear. I don't know if that's the exact quote, but it was something like that.
Oh,
That-
the coach.
Yeah, that they don't have fun in New England. That he'd rather have fun, win one championship, than win 5 and be miserable during that time.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So that the culture he creates. All right.
That guy's a joke. Doug Peterson is a joke too. We
Okay,
talked
so
about on
who
the
is
Super
the
Bowl
best
show,
coach?
man. We talked about on the Super Bowl show. I think I mentioned how aggressive they are, and I hate the birds, and I F their fans. F Chiz. Chiz is a joke. He didn't even know who. Chiz didn't even know who Jerome Brown was. What kind of Eagles fan is he? A joke.
Yes!
A joke. That guy's a joke.
What would be more memorable to you? What will you take away from the Super Bowl? Watching the Eagles win or watching their fans celebrate? What will you remember?
I take away that Chiz didn't even mention that Randall Cunningham was one of his all-time Eagles favorite players. That's what I take away. The guy's a joke, just like the rest of the Oregon jack-off on his own time. That guy, Randall Cunningham.
Okay, we see the Eagles fan. Don't you know some other Eagles fans? Sorry to cut you off, but
I know a lot, unfortunately.
so
They all and I feel sick. Picked the birds and they won. I feel sick.
Did you win money?
Yes, I spent it.
I spent
it on a sweater from Europe that I have to send back.
Jerry Seinfeld over here. All right, Q, what will you remember from the Super Bowl? The Eagles winning
It was just
or
the
their
end,
fans celebrating?
the absolute worst football season of my entire life.
So the actual football action, or is it Just a culmination of the Giants and now the
The
Eagles.
culmination of the worst absolute football season of my life.
Yeah, a culmination of
I remember the fans. How about that then? All all of them, because they all ugly as hell and probably stink. So there you go.
All right.
Enjoy it, Philly.
So
Well,
much hate over there.
we might as well open up this can then. So here it is. This is what I really don't like. Like, I got like two friends that's Philly fans, and now they want to text me like going crazy and stuff. And I'm just like, I remember my first beer. Like, welcome to the NFL, Philly. You're finally a part of the NFL organization. Now, guess what? Do that shit again next year. Like, I don't know what else you want. Congrats, y'all won, great run. Do that shit again now. Like, I can't with Philly fans thinking that the world is over now.
I'm so glad I haven't talked to one Philly fan since the Super Bowl,
agreed.
and I haven't turned on or watched any post game, so I don't know anything about the fans. I don't even know if Philly's still standing because I didn't watch any ceremony or highlight or anything. So
I will agree more with Whispers. Joker, you said you didn't really follow up on it either or speak to any Eagle fans.
I mean, Chiz is the only real Eagle fan. He was a calm Eagle fan. He was.
you should have had Arch on.
I'm surprised I haven't heard a lot from Arch. He must be really.
Did he burn down with the city?
I'm about to say he must be champagne and campaigning like me in the 2K play a lot after Jerry lost his mind. But what do you call it? All right, so we get the gist. We don't like Eagle fans on this podcast. Now, the NFL season is over.
Boo.
Something big happened over the weekend, essentially, for the NBA and my favorite player in the NBA. Well, my favorite player on the Knicks got hurt, but that's another story, KP. But my favorite player in general, LeBron James, had a blockbuster trade.
Right there. LeBron James had the trade, not the Cavs. Oh, no.
So, which leads to the question. Did the Cavs make these blockbuster trades to beat Golden State or Boston? And we'll start with you, Joker.
Did they make the trade to beat the Warriors or to beat Boston? I think they made the trade to keep LeBron happy for now because things were not looking good in Cleveland. There was no energy. There was no real optimism. There was even talks about LeBron being traded himself, which was pretty wild. So I think they did it to make sure they get out of the East. Will they beat the Warriors? Will they beat any team that comes out of the West? Man, I don't know. I don't think so. It would be tough. LeBron would have to be... he would have to score 40 a night to beat a Western Conference team. But then again, the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year, so anything's possible. So, whatever.
Whispers, what do you have to say about that? Do you think that these trades were made to make sure that LeBron got past Kyrie, or is this a trade looking at the Warriors?
This is a trade looking at the Warriors. I mean, that Boston team can't score outside of Kyrie. So I can't see them doing anything caring about Boston. At least not now.
Q, what say you?
Well, my thing is this, right? So I have this whole thing planned out. I think that they geared up to beat the Warriors. Only thing is they're not going to play the Warriors in the finals.
Oh, God.
Okay, save that.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Murder.
This is an awful conversation already.
Murder, say, hold that point.
Are you not entertained?
Murder, what do you say? Was this trade made to beat Boston or Golden State?
I don't know about it was made to beat anybody. I think it was made just to get Isaiah Thomas bum bleep off the team. Um, I mean, they got a team. I mean, it's like old school LeBron, man. He brought what's his bums he had in a team? Delonte West and
Mo
Ilgauskas.
Williams.
That good team. That good team.
Uber
Same
Williams.
team. Yeah, I mean, not Lou,
Gibson.
Mo, and then what's his bum? I just remember Delonte. I mean, it's the same team. It's a little bit better. I like Rodney Hood, man. I mean, I don't like left-handed ball players though, but he can shoot. He's big.
Does he play? Is he playing? Is he like a 4 and a 3?
Nah,
Two or-
he 2-3.
Because he looked like he's like 6'8".
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
his
that's
arms. He has a
6'6".
very his arms like 7-foot wingspan.
Plus,
Big.
I mean, this team is all messed up because maybe it's just because LeBron brings the ball up and he's out there with Thompson sometimes, so it's kind of like you got a small ass center. So and LeBron's playing the 4, but he looks like he's playing the point. You know, that kind of
Well, he
thing.
is the point because George Hill's a off-guard point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be good, but they can't beat nobody out west. Nobody.
All
They
right.
can't eat. They ain't
Nah,
Let's transition.
LeBron James gonna win the championship this year, but it's gonna be against like
Hold on.
Houston or
He
OKC.
ain't beat nobody out west. He ain't beating nobody out west.
All right,
Not in
all
the
right.
7 game
Hold on.
series.
Hold on. Which leads me to my first question, which I didn't tee up, but I like it better this way. After the trade deadline and all the smoke cleared, did the Rockets win the West? We'll start with you, Q, because you had opinions.
Did they win the West? I believe that they're one of the only 2 teams that can. 3, because no matter what, you got to put a Popovich team in there. Because let's not like last year. If it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard getting hurt on Zaza Pachulia, which is always happens like that, they always bum players that shouldn't be on the court that hurt real hoopers. Like Zaza, get some go home. Honestly, I don't think that it's just Houston Rockets that's clear out of the West. I think OKC is a really good team, and the Spurs is a really good team to give the Warriors a run for that title. The major thing is they have to stay healthy because that's what I think has been in the favor of Golden State their entire run. It's been injuries out west.
Okay. Joker, what do you say?
What do I think?
Yeah. And you guys, Whisper, you could jump in right after him.
I mean, it's hard to think that the Warriors are not going to come out of the West. Just because. But I mean, Cuban makes a good point. The Rockets. I don't know about OKC because, I don't know, Melo's not the Melo I grew up loving and seeing him shoot. It's not the same Melo. And
That guy is like 40-year-old Jordan now.
And I'm not too big on Paul George. I've never saw the appeal. I mean, he's good, but whatever. I mean, Wesley, he a wild boy, so there's always that. But no, I see the Warriors, man. I see it's gonna be Warriors Cavs part 3.
Part 4.
Part 4. Damn.
So that's why what do you have to say, Whispers?
God, it's really gonna be part 4.
I know, right? That's
Oh my
what I'm saying, right?
But how do you see that? I don't get how you keep. If they just been running on pure luck, the whole entire run has been a luck run. I've never seen nothing like this.
Wait. We can talk about your Thunder later. Hold on.
No, we're not talking about the 2 kids on there because they Western Conference champions.
There's some underlining there.
Say that again, Whispers.
Q has some underlining issues with this team.
Yes. Q has a lot of underlying issues. Eagles fans, and now
Golden State.
and the skin tone.
He's biased against Golden State.
They've been getting help. They've been getting help the whole way. They just been getting.
Why is everyone always getting help?
Well, the Warriors have
Who else get
No
help?
one can lose by themselves anymore. It's
Patriots get
2018.
help. Everyone that wins gets help.
Now. He wants to know who.
You said
I
the
wanna know who.
What's the last team to not get help?
Patriots got help. Now the Warriors get help.
How about this? Name the last person, anything, team, person, whatever, group of people to ever be successful without help.
He just
Tell me
turned
that.
it all the way around. Don't even talk to
Oh,
him.
okay.
Wait,
That's why I didn't know.
any people?
I didn't know.
Any people?
I didn't know. Since
Any people?
everybody need help. Yeah.
Any people?
everyone needs
Shaun White won the gold medal today.
He got help. Now
The
moving
snow
He got
helped
help
him.
from his board.
The snow helped him.
Yeah.
Me and Jay, when we beat you in player lock last weekend, we didn't need help. We just won.
I know because I had murder. That's why.
All right, that will let's transition all of that, whatever. I was
Yo,
gonna
let's
ask
talk
y'all
about
LeBron
2K,
James,
man.
but
Let's talk about our 2K bums, 2K league, man.
yeah,
It's
because,
crazy. Yo. This guy, Brandon, yo, he's really that good?
hold on, let's go. That's where one of my questions. I only have 3, so we can get out of here. So let's start there. Kobe's great. This is his 3rd installment with Bums Gaming.
Oh my god.
2Ks. So this is his 3rd time getting a
Well, I
chip.
think he's 4th. He was in baseball.
Well, I mean 2K. This is his expertise. His his area of expertise. So he has at least 5 championships, 2 in each of the previous 2 and 1 already now.
Wow.
What do you think is the key to his success?
Why-
I've heard you mention it before, Q. I'll ask you and I'll ask Murda, 2
Why is
guys
he-
who have played him in the finals.
Why is he such a bum in Madden then?
I could tell you that.
Well-
I play, but we stick to
I mean, it's simple. Some people 2K and some people Madden.
You gotta make
I
it-
feel like I'm more Madden than 2K. I'm trash in 2K. That's why I don't even get how people be losing to me.
Word, me neither.
you probably got
the
this.
trash talk so much worse when you lose to me because I don't expect myself to win. It's like, and here's the funny part, right? So the kid Kobe is
Wait,
great. He's so
wait.
funny. He talk all that trash, but he won't play extra games versus me because if it's one thing I'm good at is learning from losses.
You know, you just stopped yourself from answering the question to talk about Jerry.
I just said, I like. Oh God.
All right, let's switch it. Edit that. Because let me keep you while you have the same energy so we can get off there. People could maybe play 2K.
No, but he's really that good.
Hold on.
Brandon is that nice though. I don't know what he be doing.
Let's switch it all around and then we get back to the Brandon thing. Will Jerry Wonder's style get him past Kobe's great this year?
No.
And I asked this question. Let me load it for a second. He has doubled down on just going to Giannis. His usage rate, to use NBA lingo, his usage rate has quadrupled. And the ball, you like that usage rate, and the ball is not being passed around. No, and they're running a 5-man rotation. So when things get hard, I think the answer's simple, but we just have to get this out for the world to hear, quote unquote world. Will this style get him past Kobe's great? I'll start with you, Q, and I would like to hear from Murda as well, 2 guys who face Kobe's
There it
great in
is.
the finals.
I think he's gonna beat Kobe Great in the finals
With this style, emphasis on this style.
with his
because
style,
it's
right? With this overusage of Giannis. Do I think he's gonna beat Kobe Great in the finals? No. But do I want him to beat Kobe Great in the finals? Yes, because I can beat Jerry. I can't beat Kobe Great.
You are here as media, not as the Thunder's management team, sir. Murda, what have you to say?
I don't know, man. 2K is trash. So that's all I got.
Murder don't like nothing but
Don't
that.
like
This
nothing
guy, man.
where he ain't doing something. Okay, so besides
I'll be honest, man. If I really put the time in
Oh,
and like
God.
I'm
play,
about to say, this is not my question.
you ain't go.
Not therapy.
You gotta wait for a second. I'm about to answer the question. Give me a second, bro.
Story time.
Wait, let me, just to be clear, you answer the question by first saying the game is trash and then saying if you put time in.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay,
if
I
I
just
put
wanted-
it on Jerry, it won't be no Jerry versus Kobe. It's gonna be me versus one of those 2, and then it's gonna be me versus Dre in the final. That's all I gotta say. Period.
So,
Very disrespectful.
so I should have never asked either one of you, basically, because you're so involved in it that you're not giving me
I'm gonna see Dre. I'll see you in the finals, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that right now. Period.
I'm betting against that.
I'm betting against that too.
I'm about to say, first of all, the Suns haven't been eliminated yet, so could we stop putting two bums in the finals with two good teams that can't even play that well with them? Second of all,
Look,
now that
man.
neither one has answered my question. I like about
Crazy.
Murder, he puts that in the bums gaming group, like because he texted. Now it's a something.
Yeah, it becomes reality.
Yeah, just like
You know
Murder's
that.
championship since 2008, it became reality. Anyway, moving along, moving along.
So do I think
Scrap
that
those
do I
questions.
think that Jerry Wonder will come out of the East you
No,
overusing
scrap those
Giannis the way he's doing? No. I still think that the Kobe is great. I think he's the best player in the league, and he's still going to beat
First thing
Jerry.
you said. But what do you think is the key to his success? That's what I was trying to get to. I heard you mention
From
in the
what
finals.
I've seen, the guy team boards like I've never seen before in my life. Like I have the Thunder, which in real life they lead the NBA in rebounding. He doubled every game my rebounding totals. I don't know. That guy is a madman on the rebound on the board.
All right, so
And
rebound.
second chance points is killer in any basketball game.
Thank you for bringing some analytics.
You sound like a guy who played basketball.
Exactly. Thanks for bringing.
He got a varsity. He got a varsity letter in high school.
Yo, it's so funny because that's so simple though, isn't it? Easy.
It is. It's a great
Is that how
argument.
come?
I feel like you should blink and you should have a varsity letter.
Is that why I didn't get a question here because I never got a varsity letter?
That was from the text group. This guy bringing up text group stuff. My final question.
No,
and
Joel.
I don't want Q to answer this question, and I will
Cupid.
not.
Susie Q.
Cupid to answer this question. I want this question to be answered only by two people. I'm not asking Murder, his bias. Joker and Whispers. I'm going to start with you, Whispers. How good is the Western Conference in the 2K League?
Well, there's only two teams in the East, and that's the Sixers and the Bucks. Because the other guy that's in this podcast, he's gonna quit the league after he takes a bad loss. So it's open ended in the West. There's a lot. There's like four or five teams. Not me because I'll be out the league in like 2 days.
Okay.
But there's some real talent there with the Thunder, with even the Spurs, but probably not. Durant's over there, and Booker's there, so it's a lot open out in the West. Although the Thunder said that you're not allowed to talk to him because he's the defending Western Conference champ. So you're not allowed to talk to him because he has a varsity letter. You're not allowed to talk to him because he's defending champs, and he's the Madden champ. He's the Madden king. You're not allowed to talk to the dude. I don't know why he's even on this podcast.
Madden king. He didn't win anything in Madden.
Nope.
Nope.
Rockets are in the league now too. Smooth trip.
Wait, someone left the Rockets and it came in?
Yeah. Cupid's cousin is now in with the Rockets. Another associate.
Nooch. Little Nooch.
Scud Rocket Head.
He's playing pretty good. He's playing all right. So he's definitely having a chance to make noise.
He is as tall as Roger?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They big ass over.
Here.
Very related to these dudes, man.
All right,
Listen, if you had one of those genes, you would have been in the draft.
Or not, since they not in the draft. They just
Don't
got
get these. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I knew how to think the game. They just around being tall.
All right. Hold on, let me get this question in so we can wrap this part up. All right, so Joker, you and accent a little different. You played the defending Western Conference champs in the first round. Do you think the West including yourself and all your opponents, not just this year, but do you think the West, by the time the 2K League is done, will be the better conference?
Better conference, as in like they'll win the most chips.
Not the most chips. NBA a little funny, so let's just say they'll have the most winning teams, the most talked about teams. Like, they'll have the.
Well, that's a given. I mean, the best users are. I think some of the best users are in the West. It's just Bum
Who are
Jerry.
the best users?
Interesting.
I mean, you got the two best player lock guys in the West. You got the best. You got the best shooter in the West. Me. You got. I mean, what's the East got besides rebounding and then one player on a 5-man team? Whatever. I mean, Kobe's doing his thing. Kobe's Great's doing his thing. I mean, he can't be a bum in all games, so congratulations to him. But I think eventually someone will have his number, and then he'll be a bum too. So
You can be a bum in all games. Look at Murda.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Murder coming off his MLB championship. Gonna take that to the chest like that.
Louis, where were you at Madden, bro? I ain't seen you one time.
This guy ain't seen him the other times. You always talking about who you see.
I ain't thinking about you ain't first, you last. That's how I feel. So I'm last. I ain't worried about it.
Lingo. That's not NFL lingo. You have 7 rounds in a draft. There's 300 people drafted.
Anyway, look, man.
So much hate.
That's all I had to say. Have a great day.
Hey, wait, can we talk about something that's upcoming, like
pop culture?
Oh
yeah,
about 2K. Still about these. No, I haven't seen anyone make any real trades to put them over the top. It's been a quiet trading session here in this 2K league this season.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to trade Draymond for Porzingis, and they wouldn't let me.
This clown. I'm trying to make a trade, but nothing forced, and yeah, I still have to wait on the restrictions, so I didn't make one, but I probably won't make one, which is kind of tricky. Anybody else?
So not making a trade is tricky. Jesus Christ.
Yes, jerk, because I got keepers and I got to worry about if I'm wasting the season keeping them when I should be getting rid of them.
You're in Phoenix. You're wasting your whole entire career.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Until this year that I'm like, man, these boys got talent, but they
I still can't get over the fact that Figure was so keen on getting that number 1 pick, and then when he
if I didn't get my player, I would have been done because I'm still a year away. I knew that, but we made a big leap this year.
A year away? Come on.
I work.
What's Thunder saying?
I work.
5 years away.
If I'm 5 years away, you ain't never getting there. Go ahead, Whisper.
Get where?
Nah, I worked
That's
hard.
my boy. I don't know where
I got
years away from.
To where I got last year? Get to where I got last year?
Wait. Could you stop talking about that last year? Like, you got more lucky than Steph Curry's ankles these last few years.
I got just as lucky as the Warriors got on their run.
You got help, Dre. You got help getting to the finals.
I got just as lucky as they got on their little run.
Like I said, you got luckier than Steph Curry's ankles the last few years.
You trade for Trae Young. That's what you need to do, bro.
Yeah.
You trying to get everybody to trade for Trae Young?
I'm talking to the Suns.
Drafted him.
The Suns need to trade for him. That's all I got.
Why did we trade for him when we could have drafted him?
Have a great day.
Thank you. Like, what are you trying to hold me hostage when you just came back in the league and should have been the Knicks? You fronting like you could be anybody but KP and Levine. Like, stay true to you. If you could be anybody, you'd be nice as a player lock player. We know that ain't true, Crawford. Wait, why y'all all saying, Y'all supposed to laugh. That wasn't that serious.
It sounded serious to y'all. It sounded serious.
You going in on that, Lord. I wouldn't like that you keep slapping on him.
I wouldn't like someone talking to me like that.
No, but Murder is mad nice with KP and Levine, unbeatable by me. But I'm just saying, when you know what you know, you should not run from it.
Did Levine pay the point
guard? The bus driver.
I ain't worried about it, bro. I ain't worried about it. That trash talk, that's beneath me.
I wasn't
Right.
talking. To see the difference is I'm not really talking trash. I just mix in aggressive talk with facts.
I feel
I
you.
think
bro.
I just said facts. That's what I do. I be talking trash.
I feel you, bro.
Nice with KP. You shouldn't be playing with the bus driver. We was in Steve's house, and what did you say? Lewis will attest to this. Oh, Kyrie's trash. He's trash. This is literally what you're saying.
Listen,
He's a bum.
you heard the saying, bro. You know the saying, bro. You should know this. You've been to church.
What's the saying?
Every saying has a past, and every sinner has a future. I made a mistake in the past.
And
I'm
you
nice with
made it
Kyrie now.
again when I gave you a chance to be the
I'm
Knicks.
nice with Kyrie
Stop
now.
with
You
the
saw what we
Celtics.
did with Kyrie. Put Lynn on the floor so you can see what Kyrie do to you again. That's all I gotta say. Because Kyrie
Yo.
was out there dancing.
Did you see
So
Did you see what young KD was doing to you for fun, shooting from three?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, and I don't know who Kyrie is because with you, he's not Kyrie. He's just some old dude.
Wait.
Called
Uncle Drew.
Exactly. He's just some old dude.
I'm curious to hear the next topic. Thank you.
Wait. Can
There's
we?
no
Can I
topic.
hear that?
Just
Can I
right
hear
now,
that?
bro.
The
We're
saying
done.
again. What is it? Something in the past and the sin in the future. What is this?
What is it? It's,
I've never heard that before.
every saint
Has a past. Every sinner has a future.
Yeah. There you go.
Every saner? What?
What?
Every sinner has what? Every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future, or something like that.
Oh, every sinner has a past and every saint has a future.
Wait.
Every sinner.
Every sinner has a
Sinner?
past.
Opposite.
Thank you. And that's what I just said. Yo, get the skin man off my phone. Let me dunk on Trey Young's neck.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Because he got to get to the playoffs. My team is playing with house money, and we still probably squeezing there. Where's Trey Young at?
Look at that guy. That guy is so not confident in his team. It's scary.
I know. Not after last night. Listen, when you're talking to me and I'm the Suns, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you gonna shut the.
Your sneakers and your socks off like murder. Westbrook got his socks off on the bench. Oh, I'm only playing 9 minutes tonight, so relax. You don't want to see Alex Len, Steven Adams kryptonite, so relax.
I bet you dreamt that.
Mm-hmm. Alex Len, Steven Adams kryptonite. That's all I know. 1-0 this season against you. Y'all gotta get y'all trash talk it up so Drake can trash talk with y'all. Because after he does,
You're the only one that responds because you're the only one that's insecure about your role.
I'm not insecure. That's the thing. You don't even make the playoffs this year when you can't keep playing Western Conference. It's gonna be a sad story.
Jay, don't be insecure about your spot in my life.
Life. What?
I'm waiting for him to say "my man." My man.
What is this bum talking about? All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on the Starting Five podcast. This is our second podcast. Tune in to our next podcast where we will be touching on Black Panther, the latest Marvel superhero movie, the NBA All-Star Game, our 2K League, of course, and live power rankings, and the exciting and fun game Fortnite on PS4. So if you're a PS Plus member, or if you're someone who wants to reach out to us, just contact us with any ideas or thoughts you have on these subjects, and we'll be sure to read it or get to your questions in the next podcast. So for Q, Joker, Murder, Whispers, and me, Figure, we'd just like to thank you for joining us, and we're out. Starting 5.